Torres, I have some good news. I'm taking you out.
Oh, you said you had good news.
I do. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Alex Klein is a real Geico customer, not a paid celebrity. So to help tell his story, we hired that guy who does those funny sound effects.
Now, see, if Geico.com had taken that approach, instead of telling everyone it's so easy a caveman can do it, I wouldn't be happy.
What is that?
That's the money you could be saving with Geico.
Welcome back to Geico Radio. It's savings on the radio.
Call us, Steve. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I just got a free rig.
Any regular television viewer may recognize one or several of these Geico commercials, from the early Good News campaign to the famous Caveman and Gecko commercials as well. Most recently, Geico and the Martin Agency, the advertising firm who creates Geico's advertisements, released a series of commercials in the Rhetorical Questions campaign. This advertising campaign has been very effective because all of the commercials not only make the audience laugh, but also connect to the values of the targeted audience, as demonstrated by the following example.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Does a former drill sergeant make a terrible therapist?
And that's why yellow makes me sad, I think.
That's interesting. You know what makes me sad?
You do! Maybe we should chug on over to Mamby-Pamby land, where maybe we can find some self-confidence for you, you jackwagon!
Tissue? Cry, baby.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
This particular example of this campaign shows that a former drill sergeant does indeed make a bad therapist. However, this aspect of the commercial is more designated for humorous effect. The part of the commercial that emphasizes the advantages of Geico car insurance over its competition, especially fellow car insurance giants like State Farm, Allstate, Nationwide, occurs at the very beginning of the commercial when the man asks, "Can switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance?" This single question, along with the announcer's voiceover at the conclusion of the commercial, presents the two primary advantages and connects them with the highly held values of saving time and money. Essentially, in this commercial, the beginning presents the benefits of Geico that any car insurance purchaser would value, while the ending provides a humorous and memorable answer to the man's original question. The great qualities of this advertising campaign are at hand. After all, Geico has run many different campaigns over the past decade. Unlike other advertising campaigns in which the commercials often improve over time, the Rhetorical Questions campaign actually improves upon past advertising campaigns that Geico has made. In order to recognize this difference, one must have a basis of comparison, on which he or she can analyze the two campaigns, and thus realize the advantages of the current commercials over those of the past.
And now with a late-breaking story, here's Suzanne.
Thanks, Tom. As the volcano continues to erupt, we take you live to correspondent John Ryland, who's at the scene. John, what's the situation?
Suzanne, as you can see behind me, the lava is covering an area of about 2 square miles. It's a bad situation, but I do have good news.
What's that, John?
I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
At first appearance, this commercial appears to be quite similar to the other, which is not necessarily incorrect. After all, both commercials stress the fact that switching to Geico car insurance saves both time and money. However, the order in which the values are presented greatly differs between the two. As a matter of fact, the timeline of this Good News commercial is the complete opposite of the Rhetorical Questions advertisement. Essentially, the Good News commercial presents the situation first, whether it be a baseball manager visiting the mound or a news anchor giving a live report on a volcano, followed by the mention of Geico car insurance. This backwards order may cause confusion among the audience, since they are not aware that the commercial is about Geico car insurance until the very last few seconds. When the tagline, "I've got good news, I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico," is said. On the other hand, in the Rhetorical Questions commercial, the brand Geico is immediately addressed, and audiences are able to connect with the message much sooner. In all, by improving the quality of its commercials, Geico has created, in my opinion, a very successful advertising campaign in its recent Rhetorical Questions commercials. Indeed, each of these commercials combines clever humor and brilliant advertising techniques to fully connect with the targeted audience, car insurance purchasers. So, could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Well, the actual answer to this question may be disputed, but customers will always be discovering the answer for themselves. as long as Geico and the Martin Agency continue to make popular, hilarious, and altogether successful advertising campaigns that sell this insurance so well.